Okay, not really sure why I'm doing this video. I guess because I have the channel and I can do it. And as my subscribers, you foolishly may watch and listen to it. It is absolutely nothing to do with cars. It is not a rant. It is just me saying shit and telling stories about parts in my life. Totally of no interest to 99% of you, but maybe some of you will find it amusing to well, you can't figure out me. Nobody can figure out. I can't figure out me. It's just the way I am. So if you're easily offended by disgusting jokes, schoolboy jokes, rude stories, then fuck off now and don't watch it. That's about it. If you like it, give it the thumbs up. If you don't, give it the thumbs down. And as they say, quite frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn which way you go. This is my channel. I can have fun with it. If you want, you get your own channel and you have fun with yours. And who knows, maybe somebody will subscribe to your channel. It really doesn't matter. It's not important. Because let's face it, you have one life and then you're fucking dead. Okay, you're looking at my ugly mug. Never used to be ugly. Girls used to like it. Well, some of the women still do. I have often been told that I should be on stage because I have a quick retort to most comments. My mother, Missa, love her dearly, used to say she always used to have to inspect every word she was going to say before she said it in front of me because I would twist it, and I would always twist it into something sexual because I was a horny little fucker. Shit, I'm still a horny little fucker, but it doesn't work quite so well as it used to. Coffee stained teeth. Sorry guys, need to get them buffed up. Well, that and a few other things. So I thought I'd give it a shot at I don't know, maybe some jokes, some stories, and see how it goes. I'm gonna have to edit the video because let's face it, I'm not gonna remember all the things I want to say and do, and I want to make it amusing for you guys because it's absolutely no car content. And I'm sorry about the yellow looking pool behind me, but I really did need a piss. See, that kind of stupid humour. Why have I been driven to this? I was watching a Ricky Gervais, absolutely fucking brilliant comedian. And I'm gonna say things that will maybe offend, upset people, but that's not the point. The one great thing that us English people have is we have a great sense of humour and we make fucking good beer. Why? Well, because the weather in England sucks. Someone said, you know, you don't get any good weather in England. Well, no, you don't. You get every weather in England. Good, bad, indifferent. You're stuck with it. So what do we do, us English guys? So we go down to a pub. We have a few pints, a few gin and tonics, and we, rather than put the world to rights, because the world's fucked, we drink and we tell jokes. We make jokes. We make all sorts of stupid jokes that really don't matter. And you say, well, you're wrong, Gary. And I say, well, I stand corrected, as the orthopedic said. You see, it's not meant to be offensive, it's meant to be funny. And if you don't like it, well, you know, tough ditty. Really, gotta get those teeth sorted out. They're really bad. Now, where can I go with the next enlightenment of a joke? Not sure. Gonna stop it there. So here's a question for you. And I know I've mentioned this on my channel before, but this is a totally different thing. In porno movies, whatever happened to pubic hair? I mean, it's disappeared. Even the guys. Now, we all know why it was taken from the girls, because we wanted to shag little girls. It's a joke. Oh, by the way, do you know how to remove pubic hair? No? Let me show you. Oh, and that's one of the cleaner jokes that I know. That's tough, isn't it, huh? Ooh, what's coming next? Who knows? I don't give a shit. Well, at least not when there's a dick up my ass, I can't. No, I don't do that. Why do I have to explain? I don't have to explain, do I? It's just, this is all humour, and if you believe any of the shit that's coming out of my mouth, then you really do have a problem, because I talk shit. Isn't that fun? Alright, let's go to the next clip while my brain cell functions. Let me try and relay a couple of incidents that happened to me during my growth to this old fuck that you see in front of you. Which, it's kind of a story you may find amusing, you may not, and well, there you go. I used to work for a bank, and they were called Amro. And they were a Dutch bank, and we sponsored, paid for a place called Center Parcs. And they, Center Parcs sent us to one of their establishments. So this is really not a joke, but maybe an amusing story for you. And there was a thing called the Rapids. I think it was called the Rapids. And it was a river that went, you know, down, round and twisted and the like. And, you know, you could ride it with the tube, or you could just get on your belly and go down there. Now, I'm a 30-year-old man at the time. I think I was 30, something like that. Hang on, when was it? In the 80s. Yeah, I was 30. And there was a particular young lady whose nickname was Melons. I won't give you her real name because that's not right. And so, you know, I'm shooting down this river and having a great time. And I caught up with Melons and ended up underneath her. Her name was Melons for obvious reasons. And I'm underneath her for quite some time. And someone grabbed me by the scruff of the neck, pulled me out and said, "Gary, you're drowning." And I went, "Yeah, but can you think of a better way to go?" She was gifted. Oh, she was a lovely girl too. I would have married her in a heartbeat, but was not to be. It's that was one of the best jobs I ever had. I think it was. I guess I'm kind of telling life stories here rather than jokes, but maybe some of it you'll find amusing. I worked for that bank for 10 years-ish, and I had a great time there. But there, I was a young, single man most of the time. And, well, let's say the the blood in my veins turned to lead in my pencil. And I was on heat. And in fact, my boss at the time, Jim, can't think of his last name right now. Doesn't matter. Called me into the office one day. Said, "Hey, Gary, you're getting a bit of a reputation here. And they say you're fucking your way around the bank." And I went, "Probably true. I still got a long way to go." He said, "Yeah, back off. Don't make it so public." I went, "But I don't have to stop, do I?" And he just smiled. Turnbull. Jim Turnbull was his name. Sorry, it just... wonder where he is now. This video is probably going to be kind of strange for most of you because it's me recalling shit. Maybe not good shit. Maybe it is. But hey, it's fun. I'm enjoying it, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. I'm just trying to do something fun rather than a rant or a car video. This is just me. It's just me. That's all there is to it. I'm going to stop it again now whilst I cue the grey brain cell. I don't know why this just came to my head. When I lived in Germany, squash was my game. And I was pretty good at it. Not super duper. I was pretty good. And so too was my brother. And we had a friend. His name was Stuart. He was our accountant. He looked after my brother's finances. He looked after my finances. Really nice, very religious guy. Not that that really makes any fucking difference. Even though he prayed for me, he unfortunately met his maker. At least, I hope he did. So, my brother and I think it was in England. Yeah, it wasn't in Germany where I lived. My brother and I said, "Okay, well, we'll play you, Stuart." So my brother and I challenged him to a game, and we are both pretty good players. Well, we're not special. He wiped our fucking ass. There was the two of us, and he beat the shit out of us. I just found it very amusing. We came off that court absolutely wiped. Now, I have played squash on courts in Germany and in England, and I certainly held my own, but I would never profess to be brilliant at it, but I was okay. And I smashed a few rackets too, where I misjudged. And another amusing story, again, playing with my brother. No, not in that way. Don't be disgusting. Ugh. We were playing, and it's not like this pussy racquetball, where you can bounce it off everywhere. Squash, when you gotta be fucking good when you're playing squash. So I'm playing with my brother, and I don't know, the ball came off the back wall, whatever it was, and I whacked it. It went straight between his legs. It burnt the inside of both of his legs. A couple of inches higher, and we don't even want to think about that, do we? If any of you have ever played squash, when that ball hits you, and it's a little roundy ball, You get like a nice red ring and a dot in the middle that is white, because that fucker has killed anything in its way. Time to move on to the next subject. Okay, I don't know quite why I'm doing this. I guess it's fun to put it out there and show you guys me. Go away, Ant. No, not Ant Enstead. I'd love to meet that guy. Oops. Sorry. Hit the phone. When I worked at the bank, I was a naughty boy, as you've already discovered. And one of the young ladies that worked for me in the computer department was a New Zealand girl. I won't mention her name because that would be somewhat indelicate. However, she was known as Nostribor with the deadly weapons. These things seem to follow me. I'm not quite sure why. One evening when we were working together, and bear in mind I was her senior, and these days I would be fired, amongst other things, probably shot. We were working, and we got our work done, no two ways about it, and we were drinking, and I had this thing, can't remember what it was now, don't know if it was Gold Spot, whatever it was trying to, it was meant to make the ladies horny for you or whoever was around, so I spiked her drink. Very, very bad thing to do. I'm not Bill Cosby. It didn't fucking work anyway. However, we did end up in the conference room doing the deed. Really nice, and I thought, wow, this is great. Unfortunately, the next day I had to go to a car show, and with my brother, and I was absolutely shagged because I'd been up all night having sex with Nostribor with the deadly weapons. You're gonna have to figure that one out for yourself. The story was written by one of the guys I worked with who was fluent in storytelling. There were a number of us that he wrote about, and I was known as Erag the Stallion, and my name's Gary, so you got to figure that one out, like Nostribor. However, so I go to the car show with my brother. He cannot understand why I'm falling asleep. I've not had any sleep, and I've been a naughty boy all night. Okay, maybe you don't care, but this is the fun stories I'm trying to go through. There was also 2 secretaries, different cases, which tells you I'm actually not a bastard, I'm quite a gentleman. One of the young ladies, Lynn, her name was, she had a habit of fainting. And, we'd go out to the pub, the group of us, not just me. And for whatever reason, she would suddenly faint, but she would always come to me and say, Gary, help, I'm going to faint. And she knew I would not do anything naughty to her. Boy, did I want to. Boy, did I. Did I do it? No, I was a gentleman. Yeah, odd, isn't it? Me, a gentleman. And she would literally faint in my arms. I would hold her up till she recovered. And then that would be the end of it. There was a company event, not my company. I was a person that purchased, and we were invited to a long weekend at a particular place with lots of corporate shit. And I asked her if she'd like to come along. She said, "Yeah, sure, Gary, I'd love to come along." I said, "Well, okay, but do understand, we're going to have to share a room." She agreed. I changed in the bathroom. She changed in the bathroom. We got drunk. She went to sleep in her bed. I went to sleep in mine. Biggest regret of my life. Oh my God, she was such a beauty. There you go. Then why am I telling you this? I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it's fun anyway. Another secretary in my department. We used to say, slap the fat and ride the ripple. She wasn't fat. She was a great girl, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I think probably fortunately, she was married to one of the other guys in the bank, who was a real nice guy, and I liked and respected him, even though I was single and I would have banged her in a fucking heartbeat, because she was absolutely gorgeous. But when it's one of your friends, you don't do that, You really want to, but by Christ you don't. What happened to the jokes? I was going to do jokes. Okay, let's stop this here. Let's see if I can go to something amusing other than amusing stories about me and my fucked up life. Well, nah, my life wasn't fucked up. I had a great time. Especially when I worked for the European Space Agency in West Germany, where we had a bar close to the office, and we used to have TGIF parties. Thank God it's Friday. And I was in computer operations and the programmers, and we'd take it in turns. 1 week programmers provide food and operations provide booze. Next week the other way around. I had lots of fun there with lots of ladies. Unfortunately, did meet up with a parasite and didn't realise it, but there you go, shit happens. But what always amused me, now, I am no fucking gigolo, Casanova, whatever you want to call me. I was just an average guy. And I'm in the bar one night, sitting there having a few beers, Beck's as it happens, because very nice beer. And one of the programming guys comes up and says, "Gary, how do you do it?" And I said, "How do I do what?" He said, "You have such a way with the women." I don't know. I'm just me. So, "Oh no, tell me the secret. I need to know." Shit, I wish I did know. I'd bottle it and sell it. Shit. Wouldn't be in a bottle. Be in a gallon flagon. Gallon flagon. Not quite the right thing. Let's move on and see if I can find a joke. Now, there are jokes that are schoolboy jokes, and some that particular nationalities take the piss out of others. In England, we take the piss out of the Irish. It's nothing personal, it's just what we do. Over here in America, you take the piss out of the Polish. So, couple of quickies. How do you confuse an Irishman? Put 3 shovels against the wall and tell him to take his pick. Think about it. How do you make an Irishman dizzy? Stand him in a dustbin and tell him to piss in the corner. I'm sorry. They're really bad. They're pathetic. Oh, but that's what we do. We have to do some old schoolboy jokes. Definition of the impossible. An elephant hanging over a cliff with its tail round a daisy. Ta-da! These are real schoolboy jokes, so be prepared. Schoolboy books. Baby's Revenge by Nora Titoff. Oh! What were the other ones? Damn it. Brain cell's not working. Got to engage brain cell number 3.